Welcome to week 7. In previous chapters, we studied the application, transport, and network layers. This week, we'll cover chapter 6 of the textbook, which delves into the layer between the network layer and the physical layer, the link layer. We will skip the sections on MPLS and data center networking. The last section of this chapter will sum up a lot of what you have learned, walking through the details of a seemingly simple request for a web page. The link layer is a protocol layer that transfers data between adjacent network nodes in a wide area network, or between nodes on the same local area network or LAN segment. The link layer also handles the moving of data into and out of a physical link in the network. We will start our study with a deeper look at error detection and correction. In chapters 3 and 4, we saw that UDP, TCP, and IP version 4 use checksums to detect error. This week, we'll see how the link layer uses a more robust error detection and correction method called cyclical redundancy checking, or CRC. There are two types of network links, point-to-point and broadcast. For the broadcast links, we'll examine how many nodes can share a single broadcast channel. This is termed multiple access. In chapter 4, you learned about IP addressing in the network layer. The IP address can be thought of as a software address used to get the message to the internet. The device interface's IP address has to be changed if it is moved from one network to another. On the other hand, a link layer address is often called a hardware address because the address is usually permanently associated with the device interface. It is also called the media access control, or MAC address. As we look at the most predominant link layer protocol, Ethernet, we find that the MAC address is burned into the network interface card. The MAC address is used to direct the IP datagrams inside the local area network. As we discuss the local area networks, we will take a closer look at the key component of the link layer, a LAN switch. For this week, besides the chapter reading and videos, you do have the usual chapter quiz, chapter assignment, and journal to complete. You should also be making progress on programming assignment number 4. There are no required labs this week, but there are 2 extra credit labs. A Wireshark lab on Ethernet and the address resolution protocol, and a Mininet lab on generic routing encapsulation, or GRE. Both these labs are due at the end of the class at 11:59 p.m. on June 18th. The final will be held on Saturday, June 11th, starting at 9:30 a.m. The Zoom link is listed here and on the link to the final in Canvas. The final will be proctored, and like the midterm, is open book, open notes, open internet, but not open neighbor. The exam will be comprehensive, covering chapters 1 through 5 and the first part of chapter 8 covered in module 4. The final will not cover chapter 6 and the last part of chapter 8 that we will cover in module 8. We do recommend that you use the preparation tools that were made available in module 6. The pre-final, which can be taken up to 10 times until 9 a.m. on the day of the final, as well as a study guide. Next week is the last week of the class. It is a short week, so Module 8 will be open early on June 8th. We will finish the class with the last part of Chapter 8, Network Security. There are no required labs, but there are 3 extra credit labs due at the end of the class. Lab 11EC and 14EC mentioned earlier, and Lab 13EC, which is available in Module 6.